everyone. So after installing the Anaconda package or the Anaconda software, this is a lecture about familiarization with Jupyter Notebook. So this is our IDE for this course, and I will show you how to effectively use the Jupyter Notebook, and I will also give you the overall tour about the environment. So to start, so once you have finished installing the software, so you search for Anaconda prompt. So there's the Anaconda prompt. So when you click the Anaconda prompt, you will be given a command prompt, but this is specifically for the Anaconda Python. Okay, so to start the Jupyter Notebook, so you have to type Jupyter with Y, not I, notebook. So this will open a additional tab for the browser. So if you noticed, so as you can see here, we have several directories. So why is that? So keep in mind, this is going to start Jupyter Notebook wherever you are in the command prompt. If we have to manually go to the location, as can be seen in our command prompt earlier, so this says C users peanut code. So this is where the Jupyter Notebook starts. It is relative to the current location of the command prompt. So if we have to manually go to the current location of the command prompt, so that's C users. So let's try. So that's C users peanut code. Okay, so you will see here that the directory is indeed inside the peanut code folder. So you can see here contacts, there's the contacts, there's the desktop, and there's the desktop, there's downloads too. Okay, so the bottom line here is it is based on your current directory when you executed the opening of the Jupyter Notebook. So how about we try again executing opening Jupyter Notebook, but this time we're going to change the current directory. So it entails your knowledge of the syntax for the command prompt. So I will just close the command prompt, okay, including the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so how to open a Jupyter Notebook? So again, you search for Anaconda prompt. Okay, so what if I want to change directory? So changing directory, what will be the syntax for the command prompt? Okay, so to go one folder up or one directory up, you have to type cd ... Okay, that means go up one folder. So you will notice I'm not in the peanut code folder anymore, but in C users. So another one, if you execute cd ... again, you will be on the root drive of drive C. Okay, so what if I want to go back to the users directory? So same command, so change directory, then the name of the folder. So currently I'm back at C users. So again, change directory. So how about this peanut code? So I'm back to the original location. So if you want to see the contents of this specific folder, you will type dir, which signify for directory. So these are the contents of the peanut code folder. So with several folders, these are just files for the Anaconda Python. Okay, so if you remember how to clear screen for the command prompt, the command is cls for clear screen. So what if we want to open Jupyter Notebook in another directory? So I have here a sample exercise. So at drive C, I have created a CPE 14 folder. So what if I want to open the Jupyter Notebook inside this CPE 14 folder? So what you will do is go to the root drive. So the shortcut for going to the root drive is cd \. Okay, it will immediately go to the root drive. Then, if you type a directory, you will see the folders of CPE 15, CPE 14, much like the same as this window. Okay, so to go to the CPE 14, you type cd, then the name of the folder or directory, then you will press enter. Okay, now I'm in CPE 14 directory already, and if I type directory command again, I will see there are folder 1 and folder 2 and sample exercises files. So to confirm that, if you open this one, so the same contents. So this is one way to change location for your starting point for your Jupyter Notebook. So again, if you want to go up one directory, you type cd .. Okay, if you want to go to the specific directory, you type cd and the name of the folder. So this is CPE 14. Okay, so then if you want to open your Jupyter Notebook at this location, that's the only time you type the command. So Jupyter Notebook. So this will be very different from the previous opening. So it just means that at CPE 14, I created a Jupyter Notebook. Okay? We are not yet on the main development environment. So what we have done is to point to the specific directory only for the Jupyter Notebook. So let us go ahead to Jupyter Notebook proper now. So let us start by clicking on new. So you will see here a notebook of Python 3. So of course we will be using Python 3 for this course. Okay, just click this one. Now this will be our playground for this semester. This will be your best friend for a while for this course. Okay, so first, so to rename the notebook, you just click here on the word Untitled and rename your notebook whatever you like. So for example, I will rename this about lecture 1. Okay, so just click rename. So this will be the lecture 1. Okay, so if you save this one, you click the floppy disk, so it will be saved on the current location. That's why I told you to review your command prompt. So the only way you can be here is to use the command prompt. There's no other way. So you have to review that. Okay. Okay. So let me show you the basics. So this IN here signifies this is a code cell. So this is where you can run Python code. So for example, So print, this is one is the classic example for starter programming. So print hello world. So you run the code. So it actually printed a hello world. Okay. So you can also do arithmetic in Python. So for example, 1 plus 1, and then you click run. So this is different because this one is printed, this one is not, although you see it both in the screen. This one is printed, and this one is not. Okay, so that's the output. So another one, okay, you can do multiplication. So 2 times 2, so the result will be 4. Okay, so for the shortcut of executing commands, you don't need to always click this run. So for shortcut here, you select the cell, okay, and you type shift enter. So that will basically execute these lines of code. Okay, this is a shortcut. Okay, so I will type that. So you use shift enter. So another one, so for example 3 divided by 4, so shift enter, that's 0.75. That's how you execute a code cell. Okay, so another one here is, we'll be using alt enter. So before we used shift enter. So let's demo the difference. So input 2, so 1 plus 1, I'll be executing this code. I'll be using shift enter. So that's the normal execution. But this time, so 1 plus 1, so I will use the shortcut alt enter. Alt enter. Okay, so alt enter. So the difference here is that additional code cells are produced. So these are very much useful when we are doing our exercises. Okay, so another thing in mind is if you need help for Python reference or IPython reference, NumPy, this will be discussed in the next lectures. So you can also modify your keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts are very useful, but I will just select the default. So you can read this one. Okay, so another one is if you want to use different kind of cells, which is the Markdown cell. So this is not an executable code, but primarily this kind of cell is used for documentation. So sample Markdown commands are, for example, you want to create a heading. Okay, so that's heading 1. So if you're familiar with HTML, okay, so that is heading 2. So markdown cells are used for documentation. So you can write text here. This is executed, but these are purely text or HTML entities. So that's heading. Okay, so we have 6 heading. So this is heading 3. Okay, so this is heading 4. So next one is heading 5. Okay, so we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just like the HTML. So this is the Markdown language. So again, primarily used for documentation. So another one, this input will convert to a Markdown. If you want a bold text, so you use asterisk, okay, to make this one bold. So without asterisk, let's see the difference. So shift enter. that will be normal text. Okay, so let's make it bold. Okay, so another one, if you want italicized text, okay, so you can do underscore, so italics, shift enter. Okay, you can also do link. So for example, Google, then parenthesis, you provide the link, so https www.google.com, just for example. So that will be a clickable link, so good for referencing code or for referencing resources. Okay, so we click save.